All right, 4-H notes. So this is something a little bit new. It's polynomial long division, the remainder theorem with that. And so I'm going to talk about some long division. And I actually want to uh, do some of this long division stuff first and then go back uh, to the note sheet. I think it would be a little bit simpler to sort of do it that way. And I actually want to start on the second example here. All right. So if we have this polynomial f of x and we want to divide it by x squared minus 3x plus 5. Okay. First of all, we need to rewrite f of x with all the exponent terms. So we see 3x to the fourth minus 5x cubed plus 4x minus 6. What we don't have is an x squared term in there, so we need to put it in there. Okay. So what that becomes is 3x to the fourth minus 5x cubed plus 0x squared. We don't really have an x squared there, so it's really 0x squared. And we got to make sure we put that in there. Otherwise, this whole process is not going to work. Okay? And then we'll plus 4x minus 6 there. Okay? Now, we're going to do long division the same way we do long division with numbers. If we have, um, you know, we do 81 divided by 3 or something like that. Okay? Going to this 81 divided by 3, well, um, first we say, okay, 3 goes into 8. How many times? 2 times, right? Okay, 3 times 2 is 6. 8 minus 6 is 2, and then we bring the 1 down, okay? And then 3 goes into 21 7 times. 3 times 7 is 21. We have a remainder of 0. So, 81 divided by 3 is 27. Long division from third grade, okay? Same deal. It's a little bit more dressed up here when we're doing it with these polynomials, but it's still encompasses sort of the same concept. So we're going to take this whole polynomial here. We're going to divide it by x squared minus 3x plus 5. And what we're really going to look at here is the 3x to the fourth and the x squared. We're going to divide those terms. Okay? So if we have 3x to the fourth and divide it by x squared, what we end up with on top is 3x squared. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to multiply this whole thing by 3x squared. Okay? Multiplying this whole thing by 3x squared. So x squared times 3x squared is 3x to the fourth. Negative 3x times 3x squared is negative 9x cubed. And then 5 times 3x squared is 15x squared. So we're going to pull this down and subtract. Okay. 3x to the fourth minus 3x to the fourth is 0. That cancels out. Negative 5x cubed minus negative 9x cubed. Okay. So negative 5x cubed minus negative 9x cubed really gives us 4x cubed. Okay. Next, we have 0x squared minus 15x squared. So that's going to give us negative 15x squared. Okay. After that, we're going to pull down this plus 4x here. Now we're going to repeat the process. Okay. So we're going to look at our x squared and our 4x cubed. Okay. So we have the x squared and the 4x cubed. So x squared goes into 4x cubed 4x times. So we're going to add 4x up top. Okay, because 4x cubed divided by x squared is 4x. And again, we're going to distribute this whole polynomial through 4x. So x squared times 4x is 4x cubed. Negative 3x times 4x is negative 12x squared. And 5 times 4x is 20x. Again, so we'll subtract 4x cubed minus 4x cubed is 0. Negative 15x squared minus negative 12x squared. Okay, negative 15 minus negative 12x squared is negative 3x squared, because negative 15x squared plus 12x squared is really what it is. Okay. And next we have 4x minus 20x, which is negative 16x. And then we're going to pull down the minus 6. Okay. So last thing we're going to do is we're going to divide this green term by our original thing. So we have negative 3x squared and x squared. So x squared goes into negative 3x squared negative 3 times. Okay, we're looking at our first term and first term. Okay, now we're going to take our term outside here and multiply it by negative 3. So we have negative 3x squared, negative 3x times negative 3 is going to be negative 9. Or positive 9, excuse me, positive 9x. And then 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. All right, and then we're going to subtract these. So negative 3x squared minus negative 3x squared cancels out. Negative 16 minus negative 9x, negative 16x minus 9x, excuse me, is negative 25x. Negative 6 minus negative 15, so negative 6 plus 15 is 9. Now, since we can't pull anything else down, this is our remainder. This is our remainder. So what happens here is this. I'm going to pull it off to the side. So if we're dividing 3x to the fourth minus 5x cubed plus 4x minus 6 all over x squared minus 3x plus 5. That's our things that we're dividing. What it's going to equal is going to equal what we have on the top. 3x squared plus 4x minus 3 plus our remainder, negative 25x plus 9. Whoops. Divided by what we were dividing by. So x squared minus 3x plus 5. Okay? So we do this whole long division process here, ladies and gentlemen. We do this long division process, and up top, when we're doing this, we get 3x squared plus 4x minus 3 going through the process. Okay. And then we have to add our remainder, and our remainder is over our original thing that we were dividing by. So this would be our final answer right here. Okay, that's called polynomial long division. Okay, so take a minute, jot that down if you need to. Pause the video if you need to. I'm going to go and do the first example, and then I'm going to go through the notes, and I'll let you guys have at these practice problems down here. Okay. This first example is a little bit easier to chew. So we'll do this one now. Okay, so we have x cubed plus x plus 30 divided by x plus 3. Again, we need to have all of our x terms. So we have an x cubed, a 0x squared, an x, and a 30. Okay, so where we need to rewrite this as x cubed plus 0x squared plus 1x plus 30. And we're going to divide it by x plus 3. Okay, so we're looking at our first terms here, x to x cubed. Okay, x cubed divided by x is x squared. Okay, so now we're going to multiply x plus 3 times x squared. So x times x squared is x cubed. 3 times x squared is 3x squared. Bring it down underneath, and now we subtract. X cubes cancel out. 0x squared minus 3x squared is negative 3x squared. Okay, next we're going to pull this 1x down. Okay, now we're looking at our first terms again. So we're looking at the x and the negative 3x squared. So if we do negative 3x squared divided by x, that's equal to negative 3x. Okay, so we multiply x times negative 3x, which is going to be negative 3x squared. 3 times negative 3x is negative 9x. Now we come down here, we're going to subtract these two bad boys. Again, the 3x squareds cancel out. 1x minus negative 9x was negative 10x. Okay, and then we'll bring the 30 down here. Okay, again, now we're going to multiply or divide our negative 10x by x. So negative 10x divided by x is negative 10. Okay, so negative 10x divided by x is negative 10. So now we'll distribute the x plus 3 through the negative 10. So x times negative 10 is negative 10x. 3 times negative 10 is negative 30. I realize I just made a mistake here. The 1x minus negative 9x is positive 10x. I apologize for that. So we should have a positive 10 right there. So x into 10x is 10. 3 into 10 is 30. So now we have 10x plus 30 minus 10x plus 30 is 0. So now we have a remainder of 0. So this thing cleans up quite nicely. Okay, so we have x squared minus 3x plus 10 and a remainder of 0. So what this means is that x cubed plus x plus 30 divided by x plus 3 is equal to x squared minus 3x plus 10. Now, let's broaden the context here a little bit, okay? So we did this long division. We ended up with a remainder of 0, which is really nice. So now, if we were to think of this backwards, what this tells us is that x cubed plus x plus 30 is really equal to x plus 3 times x squared minus 3x plus 10. Okay. Now, what's cool about this is now we don't have a remainder or anything. We can also factor this. We can also factor that. Okay. Going back to our factoring thing here, we still have our x plus 3. If we're to factor this, and we're going to find two terms that multiply to 10 and that add to negative 3. All right, we could try to factor this thing here, although we can't because there's no two numbers that multiply to 10 that add to negative 3. So we can't. But there's a possibility that we may be able to factor some of these things. Okay? If we can't, it's not really a big deal. The whole purpose is to learn how to do this long division here. And so these are the two factors of this cube polynomial right there. Okay? So x cubed plus x plus 30 can really be broken down into x plus 3 times x squared minus 3x plus 10. Okay? So we could try to factor that, but we can't, and so we could just leave it like that. I encourage you though to see if we don't have a remainder. Again, we can only do this with a remainder of 0. If we have a remainder of 0, we may try to factor this thing out. All right. So here we have these division problems here, doing long division. Again, I would maybe encourage you to do maybe this number 1 last, do numbers 2, 3, 2, 5, and 6 first. And then do some of these other ones that are a little bit more complex last. I think these are, when it's dividing by this, and this is a little bit easier to chew on, I think. So you guys go ahead and get that done. I'll be around to assist you if you need to. Again, go back and pause the video. I apologize for making a careless mistake on this thing earlier. If there are any questions, comments, or concerns as you're working on this, I'll be around to help you out. Thank you and have a good day.